Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We're Only Gonna Do This Once.
Hello, everybody. welcome to another episode of We're Only Gonna Do This Once.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We're Only Gonna Do This Once. Rolls me.
All right, ready, everybody?
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, what's your name, by the way? Oh, okay, that's nice to meet you. I'm
And then I give a wink to the camera as like I'm telling knock knock jokes. Knock knock.
No, Forrest. No. I'm tired.
Oh my god.
It's haha, very funny.
Light stick who? I have a light stick.
Alright, hi guys, I'm Erin.
And I am Reed, and welcome to our show, where each episode we highlight a different indie tabletop role-playing game. This week we're playing Vampires Suck at Shopping by Needy Cat Games, and we're only going to do this once. Welcome, everybody! We are so excited to have you here. We are going to kick things off by letting everybody introduce themselves. We're going to do name, pronouns, character name, character pronouns, and then just like anything you want to plug, feel free to plug it. We love supporting each other here. So I'll go first. Hello, everybody. My name is Reed. I am tonight's DM or Dark Master. My pronouns are they and she, and you can find me on TikTok at DND5E. I did sell my soul to get that username. Thank you for asking. And I'm so excited to be here. Erin, take it away.
I am the other half. I will be alternating DM, GM sometimes. My name is Erin, of course. You can find me everywhere as precisely Erin, she, her. And tonight I will be playing the ever elegant Constance want to bite you. She is a very classy, little bit lush vampire lady.
Cool.
Hi.
Yeah, Alex, go for it.
Hi, I'm Alex. I go by he, him pronouns. And tonight I'll be playing Lysander von Schultz. He also goes by he, him pronouns. You can find me on Instagram at alex.q118. And you can also find me on a podcast that I do called Mimics and Morons. You can find it on Spotify and YouTube or on Instagram at the.mamcast. That's MAMCAST.
Yay, awesome. Thank you, Alex. And last but certainly not least, Sierra.
Hi, I'm Sierra, or some of you know me by Saff. I go by she, her, and I will be playing Vladilson the Extraordinaire because he doesn't need a last name. His last name was Vladilson, so that's all he has to go by. I am on everything as a clerical error 748. That's TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz. And I run a little small company called Arcane Wares where we make D&D streetwear so that you can take the adventure with you wherever you go. But other than that, that's it for me. Oh, and Vladilson is he, him. By the way, I'm playing a man.
Incredible. I will say, Sierra's shirts are incredible, so soft, and Alex's D&D podcast is incredible. So be sure to check them out after the stream. Before we get started, we've got two important things to cover. First thing, we're going to do a little bit of a content warning. So before the stream started, like I recommend every tabletop role-playing group do, we all had a brief conversation about consent and safety. We have a little system for checking in with each other during the game, and we've kind of went over what we want to steer away from. But for you, our viewers, I just want to put out a little brief content warning for light death and gore and blood, as all good vampire movies should have, as well as some enchantment, magic type things. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I will ask that you click away now, but if it doesn't, we're so excited to have you here and we'd love for you to stay with us. Next thing, we're going to briefly go over the rules. So once again, tonight we're playing a game called Vampires Suck at Shopping by Needy Cat Games. You can check out their store on itch.io. That's itch.io. And here's how the game works. Our lovely three players have all created vampire personas, which they'll reveal more information about in a bit. They've all got 2 strengths in categories such as artistic expression and brooding angst. They all have 1 vampiric power, such as flight or blood magic, and 1 specialist subject, such as credit cards or cell phones. Throughout the course of our adventure, there may be instances where the outcome of a certain action is uncertain. When we get to this moment, players will reach into their bags and pull out a chip. We use the terms bag and chip loosely. Everybody show off what you're using as your bag tonight. Incredible. And that will determine whether they succeed in whatever they were trying to do. There's a couple extra rules surrounding chip drawing, like if whatever they're doing pertains to their strengths, they can draw 2 chips and pick the one that they want to keep and return the other one to the bag. Or if they draw a failure chip, they can use what's called a hubris chip and succeed at the task instead of failing. It'll make a bit more sense once we get into it, but those are the basic rules. Just a brief disclaimer, we've never played this game before. It came out 2 weeks ago, and we're so excited to play it, but if we mess up with the rules or anything like that, it happens, and we're just going to roll with it. All right, so those are the rules. Is everybody ready to get started?
Yes, so excited.
Yes? Incredible. All right. The year is 2020. The place, the Pacific Northwest of the United States, where it rains all day and is dark all night. The perfect place for immortal beings to make their home. Here, antique fashion is the norm, and behavior that seems a bit out of place is encouraged. It's here in Spoons, Washington, no relation to Forks, Washington, please don't sue me, Stephanie Meyer, where our story begins. Chapter 1, Breaking Dusk.
Oh no.
Sun sets earlier in the winter time. The first hints of the evening appearing in the sky as soon as the clock strikes 4:30 p.m. For most people, the sun lowering in the sky indicates the end of their day, the start of their commute home. For the residents of Castlemore Manor, the sun lowering in the sky is their cue to start waking up. Constance, you hear the sound of your cuckoo clock going off from outside of your coffin like you do every evening. It's an obnoxious sound, but it's the only clock with an alarm loud enough that you can hear it from your final resting place. You struggle to shift the lid off of your coffin, your hand blindly slapping at your bedside table in an attempt to find the source of the sound, and you turn it off. After about 3 failed attempts, you manage to stop it, and you begin getting ready for the rest of the evening. Please describe to us what you look like and what you do to get ready.
Absolutely, I would love to. Constance sits up in her silk-lined coffin plush with pillows. Too many. She steps out, of course, and walks over to her freestanding rack of clothing, all of them with furs, faux, maybe not, you don't know. And she selects her absolute favorite, an extremely long black cape lined with this black fur, and just wraps it around her, cinching her waist. And she absolutely is the type of person that wants you to think she drinks coffee, but it's just mainly 90% milk. So she goes off and starts her morning that way.
Absolutely.
Or her evening, rather.
Yes, her evening.
I would never. You'd never catch me alive during the morning.
No, literally.
You wouldn't.
Awesome. Okay. Lysander, you're next to awaken, but you're not brought awake by an alarm clock. No. The sound that wakes you up is the sound of Constance slamming around on the bedside table to try and turn off her alarm clock. At first, it annoyed you, but after a couple 100 years of being woken up like this, you've gotten used to it and you find it a little bit charming. Please describe to us what you look like and what you do to get ready for your evening.
Sure. So Lysander is very tall, very slight. Not the big beefy vampire that I assume will mutate her, but so they are not as reluctant to get out of dead. and
I'm dead. I love it.
yeah, and they go over to the kitchen, and they're the type of person who you would think would drink coffee, but it's 90% blood.
Valid. Incredible. All right. Vladelson, somehow or another, you've laid your hands on a secondhand digital alarm clock. I'm talking bright neon blue in color. I'm talking it plays good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late, but good morning to you every morning at full volume, and you have not figured out how to change the song or how to turn the volume down. So that's what you wake up to, and it kind of radiates throughout the walls of the house. Please describe to us what you look like and what you do to get ready for your evening.
Yeah, so Vladelson, or Vlad, because that sounds way cooler. To him, he has these crazy dark black curls that are parted down the middle and just really voluminous, like too voluminous probably. Some like very base eyebrows. Like, I mean, we went in. I'm showing an example here. And he has a very sculpted thin mustache and just a tiny goatee, and like it's like he has little trimmers for sure that he like goes in and uses like an X-Acto knife to just barely cut off so that it looks perfect every day, and he needs Constance to help him. He's like, okay, to the left, no, to the right, I can't see myself. So that's kind of like the whole aspect of Vlad.
Absolutely.
I feel like at one point they tried to use a mirror, but they realized they can't.
He's like,
Absolutely.
For sure.
that is not how all right, well, and then just throws it away.
In
For
the
flavor
garage-
text, Constance absolutely does her makeup, but she can't see herself, so she just kind of guesses and puts it in the right area.
Yes.
Never looks good.
In the garage, there's like a collection of 20 or so mirrors. They kept buying new ones because they thought they were broken, and so they would buy a new one. They'd be like, "This time for sure," and they would
This
still be
one.
able to see each other. I love it. I love it. All right. So everybody kind of wakes up and you congregate in the living room. Feel free to discuss freely amongst yourselves.
Oh,
Well-
Constance, I can always count on you for an alarm.
Yes, well, of course, darling. I'm always up right with the moon. I like to make things nice and loud so that everyone awakens before me, so they're ready for me, you know? It's good.
Yes, I've gotten
Yes.
used to it.
Very good, very nice, as we all know. But my song is my favorite from my own alarm clock. It is not because I have Stockholmed myself into liking it, but I have grown quite fond.
Yes, sure, darling, but it is not good morning, it is good evening.
But there's no songs like that. No one says good evening, good evening. It's great to stay all day, but like that's what we have, so
Incredible.
what we're doing.
So now that everybody's awake, you've got a few things to do before you're free to go about your business for the rest of the night. That's right. Even immortal beings have to do chores sometimes. I've asked you all to set aside a D6. We're going to go in order. Please roll it, and that will determine what your chore is today. We're going to go in backwards order as we introduced everybody. So, Vladelson, please roll your D6 first.
I would love to. That is a 3.
Okay, so your chore is to vacuum the living room.
Yes, I would love to do that.
Incredible. Imagine like you're spinning a chore wheel. And, like that's how this is going. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Lysander, go ahead and roll a D6.
5.
A 5. All right. So your chore is to check eBay for any cool antique stuff that's on sale.
Good, good.
Okay. And Constance, take it away.
That's a crisp 1, darling.
A crisp 1. You
A
have
adventurous
to
1.
heat up your leftovers from last night for breakfast for everybody.
Right.
So you're on breakfast duty this morning.
Excellent.
Incredible. So we'll go in the same order that we went. Vladelson, tell us about your vacuuming experience.
Well, I love to do vacuuming, so I find the machine. I look for a machine. I find the machine, and then I figure out how to unravel it. And then I find the socket. So you can
Absolutely.
basically opening it. This is not as fun as when I used to fight in the war.
Yeah.
You just see him like ferociously undoing the wrappings.
and that's a long cord. It's like 6 feet long because you want to get all inches. So it takes you a good like 5 or 10 minutes to unravel the whole cord. Absolutely, absolutely. Lysander, how's eBay going for you?
Not well. I like to imagine that it's been about 500 years, maybe about 50 since the invention of the computer, but he still hasn't really gotten the hang of it. So it takes him a couple tries getting with the passwords. It's love to drink blood to. No, that's not right.
Love to drink blood to exclamation point. Love to drink blood to with the capital L. Yeah.
But I think eventually he does get in. He somehow finds eBay on his own and starts to look in the antique section.
Incredible, incredible. Constance, how's breakfast coming?
Well, of course, she wouldn't be caught dead without matching appliances, so everything in the kitchen matches. This is her space. You hear her call out to each of you in different rooms and ask, well, would you like your leftovers from the International House of Pancakes? Would you like that for breakfast?
Oh.
Vladelson? I'm sorry.
I like to be called Vlad, but second of all, is that the old guy from the International House of Pancakes, or was that the old woman? Because both of them were not good.
Well, we have bits of both. We have the torso from the woman and the feet from the man.
I'll go with the torso. That is fine.
Excellent.
Thank
and
you.
Lysander, what would you like, darling?
I'm having a little bit of him in my coffee already. So
Beautiful.
I'm all right.
Self-sufficient. We love it. And she scoots back into the kitchen and begins cooking up.
So, Vladelson, although it takes you a really, really long time, you vacuum that living room and you give it a good try and you're doing your best, and that's all we can ask of you. Lysander, eventually you find like a really, really cool antique like end table, and you like start placing a bid on it. You have no idea what the concept of money is, but you're placing bids anyway, like, oh, high numbers. Constance, you go to turn on the light above you so that you can have a field of vision, and the light doesn't turn on. And you hear a weird buzzing sound coming from downstairs from the fuse box.
Again? Vlad, you can't leave the lights on in the kitchen before you go to sleep. You can't.
That is, I've forgotten, okay? It's been like 1,000 years. I learned so many things. How am I supposed to remember this? I will do it next time.
Late morning snacks. Just close the refrigerator, turn the light off, and she goes downstairs.
Close it. I got it.
So you go downstairs to the fuse box and you open the door. And I'm going to need you to pull a chip to see if you succeed in figuring out which fuse is the right one.
First chip of the night.
Good night, everyone.
Dang it.
Failure. Okay.
Fair enough, strong.
So you think you find the right one. It's confusing. I mean, like, there are locations written on the left that you've never heard of. Like, you didn't know that your house had a 3rd floor master bathroom, but it's on there and it's confusing. And so you try and compare each side and you flip what you think is the right one, and darkness falls over the entire house. The soft hum of the vacuum cleaner ceases. The computer, right as you're about to enter your next bid, turns off, and there's just darkness for a moment. And then you scramble to turn it back on, and everything slowly hums back to life. And it looks like everything's turned back on.
She goes, whoopsies!
Oh, my bids! I've lost my bid.
You just hear Vlad mumbling to himself, like, oh, don't turn off the lights, Vlad. Turn off the lights, Vlad. Don't do that. And then all of a sudden, you turn off all the lights. And as he's like trying to plug it back in and get it to go back.
Incredible. Incredible. So do you walk back upstairs?
Yes, absolutely. She comes back upstairs. Well, I think I may have fixed it.
And then you go and you reach for that light switch and you flip it on, and that light turns on in the kitchen, and it's bright and it's lovely, and then it fizzles out and it dies, and your light bulb is broken.
For a moment,
2.
there's hope in her eyes.
Yes. And then it fails. It fizzles out, yeah. Chapter 2. What do we do in the shadows because the light bulb in the kitchen is broken? If it had been any other light bulb, you would have been able to go about your business and wait for one of your familiars to take care of you. However, this is the kitchen light bulb, and without it, you can't heat up your leftovers. You can't cook apology apple pie for the old lady who lives across the street whose husband you killed 2 weeks ago. You can't continue the game of dominoes that's currently laid out on the kitchen island. You've been playing that same game for 3 days. You're all tied right now. You need to fix the situation. So I'm going to set a timer for 2 hours, and that's going to represent the amount of time that you have left until the sun comes up. I'll give you periodic updates of how much time you have left, and during our break, we'll pause the timer, so don't worry about that. And as long as you're back home before the clock strikes 0, you'll avoid the deadly rays of morning. The timer is going to start as soon as I ask you this question, / as soon as I set it up on my phone. So give me 1 moment. Timer for 2 hours. Okay. So as soon as I finish this question, I'm going to press start on the timer. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. What would you like to do?
Well, I think perhaps that home good store or fix-it place may have a new light bulb for us.
That is a very specific statement, Constance.
If the home is good, that seems like the right place to start.
Yes, very
Yes.
much so. Listen, I have a new trimming for my cape. I've been dying to show it off. Would any of you like to accompany me, Ms. Want to Bite You, to the store?
Me?
Yes, I will come.
I didn't know you were married. That is very interesting news.
Occasionally I have been, but not presently. Thank you, Vladilson.
Fine, that is very good, Lysander. Take her away. Take her away to the good home store.
Incredible. Vladilson, suddenly you remember that, like, you have a cabinet full of things, and there might be a light bulb or a candle in there, and maybe you don't have to leave.
I'm going to wait until they head out the door to remember that.
Absolutely. Lysander and Constance, is there anything else you guys would like to do before you leave?
Constance is gonna look at Lysander. What do you? Do I look all right today? Yes.
You look the way you look. It's a little dark, but it is good.
I was going for. You're such a peach. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, I'm then ready.
Excellent. And she does the very dramatic arm swoop towards the door.
Awesome. Okay, you step outside, leaving Vlad alone in the house. Vlad, what would you like to do?
He's going to be like, all right, have fun, go out doing the good home thing. And then as the door shuts, he waits, and then he'll run to his cabinet to see if he has a light bulb that fits.
So you open the cabinet, and all you see are empty candle boxes that are there that nobody threw out. Old cracked glow sticks that give off a faint amount of light, but they've been dead for a little bit. And then there's a letter that's taped to the inside of the cabinet door.
Ooh, what does the letter say?
All right, so you open it, and it says in very fancy cursive, nice writing, "Dear Lysander, Vladilson, and Constance, we're so sorry, but we just can't do this anymore. We've been in your service for years now, and we've yet to be turned into vampires, so we're going on strike. We took all the light bulbs, we took all the candles, and we've left you with nothing but the shell of who we've used to become. You can email us if you know how to use the computer in order to get us back. Sign, and then sign the name of your 3 familiars."
That is kind of a bitch way to do this, but that is fine, whatever. Write your letters. Don't tell me face to face. It's whatever, fine. He crumples up the letter and throws it.
Incredible. Okay. Flash forward to Constance and Lysander. You walk outside, and immediately you run into the old lady across the street. It's a beautiful, chilly autumn evening. The moon in the sky is a perfect crescent, barely casting its light onto the outside of your manor. And as soon as you step outside, you see Barbara, the old lady, trimming the hedges that are around her property. And she turns in your direction and she gives you a friendly wave before calling out, "Oh, where are you all heading off to so late?"
Oh, Lord. Well, we're going to the good home store. We're trying to find something good for our home.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting. There's normally 3 of you, right? Is the third one okay?
Hopefully not.
Oh my word!
I kid, I joke.
Has he fallen ill?
No, forgive his humor, ma'am. He's got quite an attitude today. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed this evening.
Oh no, that's never a good way to start your evening, is it?
No,
I don't know why
no,
she's also British. That's fine. Keep going.
it isn't.
Well, I'd love to see him if he could come say hi.
I will pass on your message, woman.
And you get the idea that the DM is telling you to bring Vlad along with you.
I was about to say,
Yes,
I think you would see
I-
at this point Vlad's running down the street after them, like tiny running. You'll never believe this. This is so fucked up. And like he starts talking about the letter.
What's fucked up?
Not now, grandmother. Not now, babushka. I've got other things to talk about.
She goes back with her like abnormal scissors to trim her hedges. Do you share the contents of the letter?
Yeah, I mean, he balled up the letter and threw it away. This is so crazy, right? Sort of familiar, was like, "Fuck you guys, I don't want to do this anymore. Email me if you can, bastards." And I was like, I don't know how to email. Anyways, that's not important. We don't have any familiars anymore. They're going on strike. They want to be turned into vampires. And I was like, who really wants to do that? Anyways, not the point. They took all of our light bulbs. They're not there anymore. Very frustrating if you're getting the words that I am saying to you right now.
It's like kind of a bitch way to do that, but
That
all right.
is exactly what I said to myself when I read the note and then threw it away. You and I, Lysander, we are of one mind.
Well,
Well, we could go kill that old
the old
woman,
lady across the
like her
street.
husband, and steal their light bulb.
She turns back to you and she goes, "What? What was that? What can I help you
she's
with?"
right
dear?"
there. Why did you say that?
We were just saying that your husband, he was a light. He was very sweet gentleman.
Oh,
Yes.
Albert, I miss him so.
Oh, as do we. He was a very savory man, very kind.
Savory.
Lemon and savory.
I describe him as sweet. I don't know why you say
I would describe him
savory.
as a little bitter, but
It must be a cultural thing. I
The
apologize.
irony.
Okay, well, I'm going to go inside and cry now. Have a good evening. And she brings her scissors in. and
Good,
she-
naturally salted. Excellent.
Incredible. Chapter
That
3.
is disgusting.
it's right there. What a dead husband.
Chapter 3. Veins, arteries, and highways. You have your location. You have the 3 of you. How are you going to get to the store?
Is it better close, or could we turn into bats? We turn into bats. We fly
I
there.
cannot turn into
You
that.
could very much turn into bats.
we
You
can.
know though that bats are not native to Spoons, Washington, and so it would probably raise some suspicion from the locals. But you're more than welcome to.
Well, that is all I have for idea for now.
I mean,
I'd say Home Goods is about a 20-25 minute walk
Oh, yes,
from your
walking.
home, from your manor.
Right.
to get. I'm sure I could convince someone to give us a ride. I'm pretty persuasive. We know this.
That
Perhaps
is
the old woman.
This is good idea. This
poor woman.
this poor woman who insults her husband and drive me home to town.
We insult her husband.
Oh Oh no, Vlad, why?
Oh my
For
gosh,
seasoning and flavor.
I just got it. I just
Thank
got
you.
the pun. That was good. The good
Another
job.
warning for the viewers. Too many puns. It's painful
Too
for
many
you,
puns.
me, and everyone else.
We love it. We love it. Okay, so are you walking up to the old woman's door?
I think would be a good idea.
I'm going to wait here unless old lady wants to have a little fisticuff fight to the death over her car.
Okay, for sure. You walk up, you knock on the door, and she opens it. And she goes, "Oh, Lysander! Oh," and
Yes.
she like wipes tears away from her face.
Ah, well, but
Hello.
none of that now. We need any favor from you. I
Oh, would
realize.
you like to come in?
Ah, yeah, if I am allowed, yes.
You are. I'm inviting you to my home. Come on inside.
Yes, I come inside. Yes,
Okay.
it's lovely home.
She shuts the door behind you. She leads you to a little sitting room. There's like 5 cats all around the room.
Oh, good.
Pink armchairs. She redecorated since Albert died.
Uh,
Yeah, heinous wallpaper. It's gross. It's bad.
it's lovely home you have here.
Oh, thank you. I designed the sitting room myself. Please
I can
have a
tell.
seat. Can I offer you some tea?
Oh no, thank you. No. I need favor from you. Yes, you have been neighbors for 1, 2, 3, a lot of days, and we need drive to store.
Okay. I'm a little busy right now. Are you
Oh.
using hypnosis on her?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not as important as this.
Okay.
And then Lysander's eyes start to widen and they start to turn black.
I love it. So go ahead and pull 2 chips out of your bag, and you can pick one and put the other one back.
One is a success, one is a failure.
Okay. So are you keeping the success?
Yes, I'm keeping success.
Cool. So the woman
So
goes,
that means I put the failure back, right?
correct, back in
Okay.
the bag, yes. So the woman goes, "Oh, of course, this is more important.
Yes, that's what I said.
I don't have any gas, but I suppose we can stop on the way there. Are your
Yes.
friends coming with us?"
I should hope so. And I look out. Friends, come join me.
Are we being invited into this home, old woman?
Are they invited into this home, old woman?
I don't know why we have to be so formal about it, but yes, they are allowed to come in if they'd like.
And then you see Liza, or not Liza, Vlad kind of, come darling, and like puts his hand out for Constance to like let her in.
She very gently takes his hand.
So you walk in, and the old woman is like, "Oh, hello! I can't remember the last time I had company. It's so nice to see you all. In fact, I think the last time you were here was 2 weeks ago, when Albert died. How strange. Anyway, I'm off to go get my car keys now. Goodbye." And she walks to go get her car keys. And you're left alone in the
Constance
sitting
hisses
room.
at one of the cats.
Yeah, the cat hisses back.
Okay.
I'm going to lean over to Constance. And so, like, when you killed this guy, you like do the thing. Like, did you guys do like kissing and stuff, and then that's when you bit him, or like, was he like a good husband, or was that like not a thing?
Well, this time around, he was quite senile anyways. I just pretended to be that old woman. He was having a bit of a memory lapse, and led him into the bedroom and didn't even have to do anything this time. It was just a quick little, and then, it's so simple. Nice and easy this time. Though I do like a bit of a challenge, so...
This has only been 2 weeks. She seems to have moved on fast.
Your standards are also getting quite low in your old age.
Old age, darling. Can't relate. You, on the other hand.
And on that note, the old lady walks in holding a baking sheet full of chocolate chip cookies. And she goes, "I haven't found my keys yet. I seem to have misplaced them, but I did find cookies." And she goes and she sets them on the coffee table. And she goes, "If you guys would be just darlings and help me find my car keys, I would really appreciate that."
I would consider offer. No, I would
Fine, this
fine.
is I'm whatever. What I guess you're doing us a favor, and he starts like poking around and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I make sure to avoid any places with mirrors as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the house is like a 2-story home. Downstairs there's a sitting room, a kitchen, like a half bath, so just a toilet, no shower, and the mirror above the sink actually has a curtain drawn over it. And then like an office space that the door is shut and locked. And then upstairs there's the master bedroom, the master bathroom, a guest room, and then a guest bathroom, and then the cat's room is in the middle. Where does everybody want to go look?
Constance is gonna go to the half bath.
Okay.
I'll start in the bedroom, the
Okay.
master bedroom.
Wait, did you list the kitchen? Sorry, my memory
Yes,
is
the
horrible.
kitchen is in there. Yes.
That's definitely where Vlad's going since his special interest is like food. He's like, oh yes, I would like to look on the scene.
Absolutely. Okay. Constance, you walk into the half bathroom, very plain, not very decorated, bright pink curtains that match like the upholstery of the armchairs in the sitting room that are covering the mirror right now. Do you look around? What are you doing?
Yeah, she like loosely looks around, but she peeks a look behind the curtain at the mirror, and seeing that her face is not there, she goes and keeps going.
Okay. Do you think she's looking hard enough that like she's actually trying to find them?
Yeah, but she's not acting like she is. She definitely is looking, but she's like a
Yeah, for sure. So go ahead and pick a chip. See if you find them.
it's blue.
It's blue. Success. So
This is a hubris chip. I'm sorry.
Oh, got it.
Yes, green is success. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've been
No,
plastic
you're so fine. So yeah, you don't find them in the bathroom, but what you do start doing is you start loudly following around the rest of the 2 people outside the house, and as soon as they spot the keys, you will snatch them out of their hands and say, "I found them!"
Yes,
So right now you're tailing Lysander, who went up to the bathroom.
I went up to the master bedroom.
Master bedroom. Okay. You walk in and the bed is nicely made. It's kind of got like an ugly brown comforter on it. A chest of drawers on both sides of the bed, a walk-in closet that's like just enough for an old lady, but like half of the hangers are empty. That's a little bit sad. Is there anything you'd like to do besides look?
Just for my own, I would be like looking for my own curiosity to see if there's any pictures of this old man that we killed, see how
Absolutely.
fast she moved on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we'll do just a general like looking around pull, and then we'll do one specifically for the keys. So go ahead and pull the first
Cool.
one.
Okay. That's what is it called first? Green.
Green. Success.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you look around and you find that there are some picture frames that have been like turned around, and you like kind of peek at them, and it's got her husband Albert, poor Albert, on him, and it has you managed to open the bedside table and you find a notebook, and in it is just a lot of questions and observations that she's made about you guys over the past however long you've lived there. It says like, they tend to only leave their home at evening? ? That's strange. What do they do for work? They never leave their house during the day. Do they even have like, questions that are like old lady ramblings? One of them was like, they don't have cats, can't trust them, underlined. And so it's nothing like a serious threat. She's kind of, going senile.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then go ahead and pull for the keys.
Okay. I already wasted 2 of my successes, so I'm not hopeful for this one. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh!
wow.
You find them 100%. You find them. They were like in a jacket pocket tucked away in the closet. And as soon as you find them, Constance is right there behind you, and she snatches them out of your hands.
Thank you so much, Lysander. You're such a gem. And she
Yes.
scurries downstairs.
I'm used to it at this point.
So Vlad, while they're doing that, where are you again?
I'm in the kitchen just snooting around. No, I don't think he's actually looking for keys. He's
Yeah.
just like, yes, looking for food and other things that are interesting to me. But not edible.
Absolutely. Go ahead and draw 2 chips and pick which one you want to keep.
Question, I had my hubris tokens outside. Do I put them in?
They are technically supposed to be outside.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's so
Yeah.
totally okay.
Okay.
That's so fine. So how that works is that when you draw a failure, if you want to spend one of the hubris tokens to succeed instead, you can replace that, put the failure tip back in, and then succeed with your vampiric powers. And then once you use a hubris chip, you put that in the back, and then next time you pick that chip, it's an automatic failure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. I've picked 2. I've got a success and a failure.
Okay. Which one would you like to keep?
I'm gonna take the failure because it's low stakes. So he's just looking around like
Totally fair. So you start like opening the cabinets to like just look around, see what she's got, and you open one of the cabinets that's like up top, and a glass falls and like shatters on the ground. And the old lady goes, "Oh my word!" And she pops up. She's got like half a cookie in one hand. She runs to the kitchen. Is everything okay in here, darling?
Yes, that is fine. That cat was being crazy, and I tried to get them away from the counter. And I'm sorry, I broke your glass.
That's okay. Are you okay, dearie? Are you bleeding anywhere? She starts like poking around.
No, I hardly bleed.
Oh, okay. That's not strange at all. And she,
I'm
like,
anemic.
Oh, so am I. And she like goes and she grabs a broom and a dustpan and starts sweeping up the glass.
Good to know. Yes, you are anemic.
Incredible. But eventually Constance comes down swinging the car keys in her hand.
Very good.
And the old lady turns to you and goes, "Oh, where were they?"
Where were they, Constance? You found them.
They were upstairs in the bedroom. I have such a flighty memory, but here they are. Let's go.
Okay. And she goes, "Are you sure nobody wants a cookie?"
I'm diabetic, darling. I'm so sorry.
Oh, diabetic, anemic. You guys have a lot of health problems.
That we do. We stay indoors quite a bit.
Yes, you do. Okay, well, come on, everybody. And she puts the cookies down and she turns to the cats and she goes, "Snickers, Mittens, you're in charge." And she walks out to the garage. Click, unlocks the car, opens it. Passenger doors are open. There's 2 seats in the back and 1 in the front.
Shotgun.
No, I'm sitting in the front. Lysander, this is not fair. I am the one who fights. I'm the one who does all the conquering. This is not no, I have to
This
sit in front.
is irrelevant. You did not call shotgun.
I will rock, paper, scissors shoot you right
This
now.
is the
Or
rules.
regular. I will get a crossbow and I will find a way to defeat you.
Hey,
Constance is laying across the back seat.
The old lady's trying to find NPR.
Lysander.
yes. Yo, fine. Take the front seat. Fine, take it.
Yes, good. I knew I would win that. Thank you, Lysander. He opens
Yes,
like the
you
back
will.
hatch.
I know
Champion of
Gloria
Wales.
Bladdison.
I swear to God.
I imagine that Lysander comes, sits, and Constance like puts her feet up on him and like reclines across the back. Incredible. So the old lady turns on the car, holds up her phone, and like really slowly like opens up the Maps app and goes, "Where were you going again?"
The good home
of
place.
goods.
The home. The home.
Home goods, like the
Home goods.
like the store.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
yes.
need light bulbs. Light bulbs for our kitchen.
The light
I-
bulb store.
Yeah, you can buy light bulbs there. I've never been to a Home Goods, but
I
yeah,
haven't either.
you can totally buy light bulbs at a Home Goods.
In this time,
So
see
she
the-
types it in and she searches for the nearest one and she hands the phone to Vladelson and she goes, "Will you be a dear and navigate for me?"
Yes, I would be delighted to do such a thing for you. Usually I have paper map. Back in my day, these young whippersnappers now using these weird small rectangles.
Back in my day, darling, how old are you?
Old enough.
Oh,
I like lean back to the back seat and I go, she is anemic.
Oh, lovely. I mean, tragic.
And so you're listening to Radio Lab, the NPR podcast, and she pulls out of the of her driveway and she starts driving. You do see, like she said, the gas is low, and so she goes, "We'll have to stop at a gas station on the way. Madison, dear, will you please add a stop?"
I would be delighted to add a stop for you.
Go ahead and draw a chip.
Stop. And stop.
Stop it. I can only draw one, right?
Just one.
Oh no!
So you manage to stop the navigation entirely, and now nobody has any idea where they're going.
Great.
Darling, did you do it?
Totally, yes. We're headed to the gas station. Take this right up here.
Okay. She turns on her blinker. She turns right. Where next, Madison?
Another right. Because they say two rights don't make a wrong.
This goes on, and eventually you get lost. You know, she's like, "Are you sure this is correct? Let me pull over." And she pulls the car over to the side, and she goes, "When I see the directions, dearie."
Yes, take it away. Take it from me.
She takes the phone. She sets it back up. She goes, "Oh, what, Lysander?"
This is what you get when you hand me meth of Ladleson.
Fine, Lysander, sit in the shotgun next time, I swear.
I love that the fight over shotgun never ends.
Even for millennia.
Yeah, exactly. She sets it back up. She adds the stop this time so that all you have to do is hold it and tell her where to go. And you start driving to the gas station. She gets out. She's like, "It'll take me just one moment." You have the feeling it'll take her quite a long time to get the gas into the car. And she leaves you alone in her car.
Vlad's just like drumming on the armrest.
So when we get back, darling, we are going to kill her as well, yes?
Yes, this is. I'm thinking about it more and more, and it's seeming more appealing.
I don't think I'd like to kill the wife as well as the husband. I'm usually better with the gentlefolk. Would either of you lovely souls like to handle her? She's quite easy. She's anemic.
She pops back into the car. "Oh, forgot to pop the gas thing!" And she like reaches under her seat. Pops up the
Clever
gas
mistake,
thing,
darling.
closes the door again.
If I had the heart, it would be beating very quickly just now. Holy shit, she's like a puma.
Well, she won't live long anyway. This is positive, I guess.
I would like to adopt one of her cats. Mitten sounds very good for the house.
As
Not
long as
familiar.
it's not that Snickers, it's very...
He's a little naughty.
She starts punching her pin into the gas thing.
Vlad's kind of looking over. I love passwords. Passwords are good.
Oh, go ahead and draw a chip.
Oh no! I succeeded.
Her pin is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, of course it is.
With your vampire supervision, you also managed to get the card number, the expiration date, and the security code on the back.
For your eBay.
Or my eBay, yes. I found a lovely side table. Might purchase.
Vladilson, short Vlad, right, sorry. Perhaps you can use a bit of that hypnosis thing that you like to do so much, and convince her before we kill her to leave us things in her will.
I could help you out on this.
I don't know if you've already seen her home, but it is not very impressive, but I could do my best.
Do you want Mittens or not?
I would just take Mittens. No one is going to say, "Oh, where's Mittens?" And I would be like, "I don't know what you're talking about. This is like Attila."
Mittens!
Smittens.
She pulls the pump off of the stand and puts it in the car and holds it down and just watches the little TV to like see what's going on in the world as the gas is flowing in the car.
Now at Wawa, you
Yeah.
can get $2. $2 pretzels.
I don't think they have Wawa in Spoons, Washington, but now they do.
Chihuahua.
100. Chihuahua. You have like about a minute or two until she's back in the car.
Yes, like that is fine. I think we could just take whatever we wanted from her house because I don't want to like live there, but I would like to take
No,
mittens.
Yes, I'll take a cat or two as long as they're not a familiar.
You're not going to eat them, are you?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I only eat the people.
That
This
is true.
I'm not the
Otherwise, it would be
beast.
very barbaric. You're right, Lysander. You and I, again, one mind.
I only kill living humans, not sweet kitties.
And the old lady puts the gas thing back on the car, closes it, gets back in the car and goes, "Oh, thank you for waiting, dearies." And she goes, "Do you mind if I put on some tunes while we drive?"
Well, it seems like it's not up to me anymore.
And she just puts on like some nice rap music. She's like, "I love
Rap
this new hip tunes." And she pulls out of the station and like people turn and look like, "What is happening?" Like they can hear the bass from outside the car. And she starts driving to Home Goods. Eventually she gets there, she parks and she goes, "Okay, well, I'll be here." She pulls out a book from her, like, you know, the container that's like right next to the driver's
The glove
seat?
box?
Yes, thank you. She pulls that out. It's a Sudoku book. She pulls out a pencil. She's like, "I'll be here." And she goes, "All right, this can't be a 9 or a 1." And she like starts doing Sudoku.
All right, I got to get the hell out of here.
Chapter 4. How many vampires does it take to buy a light? I walk out of the old lady's car. She's doing Sudoku. You stand in front of Home Goods. Never seen a Home Goods. I haven't either. That's okay. You let your eyes take in the building. It's terribly mundane. A putrid yellow-green color on the outside, and the fluorescent lighting that peeks out from the inside makes you all groan, thinking about the headache you're about to have for the rest of the evening. In front of you stand 2 identical double doors. There are no handles. How would you like to get inside?
It does not seem to have handles. We push?
Maybe it is a push, like in saloon
this-
push.
This makes the sense. I try to push it.
All right, you put your hand out, and as soon as your hand passes the sensors, the doors just magically open.
Excellent! You've done such a great job. Is that a new power you've developed?
I am not sure. Opening door power? This is new.
I love it.
Yeah, so you walk into Home Goods. There's Home Goods. There are couches, armchairs, night tables, fun lamps, decorative tapestries, some nice framed art. Who wants to take the lead on finding the light bulb aisle?
I will look for the light bulb.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me a chip.
You start to do one of these things. This is like when I was out in the desert looking for my kill on that one time for that one war, remember? Anyways, not important.
It's the one more.
Oh, I didn't find it.
You search and your eyes hone in on this like big wire case full of like large stuffed animals.
Perfect.
They're squishamallows. And you see them and you just hone in, and all thoughts of light bulbs are gone for your brain as you feel spiritually pulled to the squishamallows.
Not light bulbs, but I found something much more important. Hang on one second.
Many stuffed creatures.
All right.
Oh,
Lysander and Constance?
Constance going to put on her sunglasses,
Absolutely.
rub her temples.
Absolutely.
All right. Light bulbs. Be the light bulbs. Be bright like the light bulbs. And she's gonna look around.
Okay, go ahead and draw me a chip. I like that you guys have actual chips. I can't believe you have poker chips.
Green. I passed.
Incredible. It's aisle 13. You see the sign above the aisle. It says lamps, light bulbs, and other electronic goods. And it's just like off in the distance on the other side of the store, about halfway through the store. Home
That
Goods
is why.
a large store.
I couldn't find it because 13 is an unlucky number. You know this about me. I'm very superstitious.
He's hugging
Right.
the squishmallow.
Of course. Well, it's over this way, and she like dramatically puts out an arm and starts gliding towards aisle 13.
Absolutely. Do you guys follow her?
Yes.
Yeah, I take the squishmallow with me.
Yes, of course, of course. You are best friends now. It's a frog squishmallow.
Good.
Its name is Legs, after the Beanie Baby. Yeah, so you start walking toward aisle 13, and around aisle 9, a worker kind of pokes their head out of the aisle, and they're like, everything okay? You guys like having a are you here for a convention? Like what's going on?
No, it is just the light bulb. We need brightness. You see? Yes,
Light bulbs?
light bulb.
Is that like a you're looking for like drugs? Is that like a new
No, this.
code?
Well, I mean, we are in a home store. Yes, I come to home store to get drugs. This is a common occurrence of mine.
Oh, I mean,
Oh Lord.
like we can talk out back if you want. There's like security cameras, but like we
I
can have
don't think this is in
conversation.
like the policy for your working ship.
You
Like,
work here, yes? This is
Are you gonna tell on me?
no, but I just am a little bit confused as to the partakings of the home goods workers.
You're the ones who brought up the drugs. I don't know. What
Well,
okay,
Where
bye.
are your light bulbs for a kitchen?
Aisle 13, bye, and they walk away.
this was strange.
I do hate leaving the home. Ah,
I'm not
Fellow
sure that I.
youths.
I'm not
So
sure anyone goes
unsavory.
to Home Goods to buy drugs. That's all right.
That
That
feels
is something
very
I will think
outside
about.
of the home, to be honest with you. Perhaps they have an outside of the home goods at
Hmm.
some other location.
Yeah, it's got like their
Hmm.
potted plants, their succulents.
Maybe they have a depot for the
Yeah.
homes.
A depot for the homes.
Yes, you're right. Much better. She's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
keep going towards aisle 13. Just
Yeah. The store is like virtually empty. It's like 8:30 now. And most like Home Goods is closing at 9. So people are sweeping, they're cleaning
Oh,
things.
we're those people that came in half hour before.
Yeah, we sure are.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely. The bane of everyone's existence. But yeah, you walk into aisle 13. About halfway down the aisle, you walk past like weird lamps, different lamp shades, some power cords, power strips, and then you walk and you find the light bulbs. You find so many light bulbs. You find a light bulb that's like smooth and egg-shaped. You find one that's like a spiral. It's like looks bendy. You find one that looks kind of like an open cone with like a hollow on the top. You find one that's like just a long cylinder. You find one that's blue. You find one
Constance.
that's like a cone. There's a ton of light bulbs. So many light bulbs.
Constance, did you take notice of what light bulb we needed?
Of course I did.
Ah, that's a little simple.
But I think perhaps I left that at home somewhere or not.
Well,
Vlad is playing with like the frog's arms like this, like in the corner, like
You know, perhaps we get one of each light bulb. And that way we're just covered for any other light bulbs that have gone out. Vlad, you said our lovely playthings, they took all of the light bulbs?
yes, the familiar said very, very specifically that they took all of the light bulbs and also our candles. Which seems like a dirty trick, considering what if we have like an outage or like a tornado strikes or something?
I did see the pumpkin spice candle back there, so appealing.
You know, I do love a good pumpkin spice.
You know, perhaps we don't even need any light bulbs. We just replace them all with candles. Go back to the good old days with the candelabras and chandeliers.
We do need more candles, though, if we don't get the light bulb.
That means
Yes,
we have to
seems
come
like a
back
delightful bulb.
out. Oh,
This is not something I wish to do.
do we buy all of the light bulbs? Or...
There is quite a lot.
Maybe one is labeled kitchen light bulb, and that's how we'll get it.
You're right.
I look for one that
Always been the
specifically says the
smart
words
one.
kitchen light bulb.
Okay, Lysander, go ahead and pull a chip.
I am not feeling good about this. I have 4 chips left and 3 of them are red.
I was about to say, I only have so many left.
Well, I don't do it.
Yeah, no. What you do see is you see like the word LED. You don't know what that means. You
Delete.
see
Lead.
CFL. No idea.
Kitchen for life. Kitchen for life.
Halogen, incandescent, fluorescent. You see the word candelabra, and you're like,
Oh yeah, that is the one.
yeah.
That is the one. Ugh.
And
But
I
yeah,
couldn't find the kitchen.
no
Like,
kitchen light.
Maybe I also will take a look for the light bulb. I do like the candelabra idea though. I think that would be very good, very nice.
Go ahead and pull that chip, Vlad.
Oh, come on. Ha!
Green. So you don't find the word kitchen, but what you do have is you're very in tune with your past. You've got like your past life journal that you keep with you at all times.
I'm flipping through my book.
Exactly. And what you do find is a drawing, like a sketch drawing of the kitchen light bulb from when you first moved into your home 100 years ago. No, less than that. 20 years ago. And it looks like the spiral one. That's what
yes, the rigatoni one. That's not the right noodle.
It is the right noodle.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
The rigatoni noodle. I love the noodles and also
you said to get the macaroni.
It was right there.
I got it. This is the one. Maybe we get two. That way we don't have to come out later. You know what I mean? Thinking forward.
Absolutely.
Perhaps we get one of those new little funky lamps that we passed on the way as well, just for flavor, you know?
So there's 5 of the spiral light bulbs in one row that say CFL $10. I've never purchased a light bulb. $10. And then the ones next to them say CFL color changing $20. And there's 5 of those.
This is fun.
Yes, like
We could have red lights or blue lights. I could match them to my wardrobe.
I think we get the color one is a very good idea, Lysander. I think we pick out several of those as well.
Yes.
You sweep all of them into the cart that you grabbed.
I'm not letting go of the frog.
Valid, fair. I wouldn't either if I were him. And you are free to roam about the rest of Home Goods until it closes and get whatever you want and add it to your cart. You wanted a lamp, Constance?
Absolutely, and then I would like to accompany Lysander to the candles, darling.
Of
Just
course.
about to say that. I'm gonna go to the candle.
Yeah. So Constance, you go to the lamps. Lysander, she'll meet you at the candles. Vlad hanging with his frogs. Constance, you walk up and there's just a bunch of lamps. One of them is like looks like a tree. One of them is just like a really ugly lamp. It looks actually like the one that the old lady has in her living room. Very, very similar. Same shape, same ugly color. There's one that looks like a chandelier, but it's just a ton of lamps.
I'm assuming that Vlad is still in that same aisle, just playing with the frog.
I think eventually, as he sees people start to disperse, he's like, "Oh, I follow you. Hang on, man. Thanks for letting me know where we're going." And then, riveting hopping the frog jokingly after you.
Then in the presence of no one, she is equally as dramatic, and she just goes, "You're coming home with me." When she picks up the candle.
Cool.
The chandelier, rather, sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. It's like large. Your hands like barely wrap around it. But in the same way that Vlad was hugging his frog, you are now walking around the Home Goods with your large
looking for the candle section.
And you find the candle section. You run into Lysander, who is doing
So I think Lysander is doing the thing that everyone does at Home Goods. He's smelling all the candles.
Because I've been to so many Home Goods. Yes.
I mean, any candle store, you gotta smell them.
I'm allergic to scented candles, so no.
Oh no!
It's sad. Anyway,
Remind me of that. I burn candles all the time.
Okay, noted. When we can be in person again.
Yes,
Anyway,
sans COVID.
bystander, picking up the candles. Yes.
Not the candles. He's smelling one. No, this isn't right. Do they have any blood scented candles? No, of course they don't. It's ridiculous. He looks for like the pumpkin spice one he saw earlier.
Next to the pumpkin spice one, you do find one that's labeled like pine wood, and you get a whiff of it, and it does smell a little bit like Albert.
Oh, Constance. This smells like the man we ate.
Oh.
In the sense he used like cologne from Home Goods because they sell cologne.
Truly, he was not the driest of men. He was very moist, very
I hate
like
this.
wet wood. Is that what that scent is? Wet wood?
Yes, it looks like to be the wet wood.
Ah, good. Right. Well, perhaps we go something the opposite direction. Unless
Yes,
you like that smell.
no, I wish not to smell Albert. Look for another one.
Okay, sure. You're looking for something floral, something fruity, something
I think Lysander's style is floral.
floral. Yeah, so you find one that's named lavender, one that's lilac, one that's like dried rose.
Ooh.
Drama.
Like I take that one. That seems kind of pretty.
Absolutely. So you grab a pumpkin spice candle, a dry rose candle. Is there anything else anybody wants to look for?
Difference between the scent of a dry rose and the scent of a moist rose.
I know.
A damp rose.
Yeah. Damp roses, I don't know if you knew this, they actually smell really, really bad, like skunk. In fact, in Spoons, Washington, there's like a curse over the land.
As opposed to dewdrop rose.
Exactly.
The rose that just got squirted with the spray bottle.
I think that Bladelson picks up some avocado oil because he saw it on the cooking channel.
Absolutely.
And he was like, wow, gotta do that.
For the air fryer.
There's no oil in the air fryer.
I know. He doesn't know that. You know that.
He's watched many a cooking show. Rachel Ray, who...
What's his favorite cooking show?
It's gotta be, what's her name? Who uses too much butter?
Iron.
Oh, Paula Deen.
Paula Deen. Like, she's canceled for sure, but like, he doesn't know. He can't look on social media.
He's a little late.
He's only...
He gets his news
shows.
like 3 years behind.
Yeah, he doesn't check social media. He only sees her on TV. So he's like, yes, the butter. I like that very much, old woman. Good idea. On the nose.
Yeah, so anyone else need anything else from the home goods store?
Yes, in the checkout aisle, you know how there's always like 2 walls of like shitty stocking stuffer stuff.
Corral you in.
She's doing like anything she can. She's like, that for my room, for the bathroom. Oh, smelling salt, excellent. I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Dog collar. I don't own a dog. Like,
yeah.
It'll be for our new cats.
it'll be for mittens.
You pick up a bottle of poopery, which is like that thing that you spray in the toilet to make your poop not smell. You pick up like 2 trashy tabloids full of lies, but you love it.
I'm the lady Princess Diana. What's the correlation?
You pick up a package of Altoids.
Good.
You pick up a dog collar. How did that get in home goods? Who knows? You pick up
Dogs, they make your home good.
True. You pick up some orange Tic Tacs. You just start filling the cart. And you walk up to the person behind the counter who's kind of playing Candy Crush on her phone. And she looks up and she goes, "Oh, sorry." She puts her phone in her pocket. "Hi, welcome to Home Goods. Did you find everything okay?"
Gladly. First the drugs, then the ill-guided attention span stores full of degenerates.
If what we're supposed to find is tacky goods for the homes, and yes, we found everything perfect.
It's like really pointed. I didn't really do anything to deserve that. That was like kind of really mean.
But my apologies, you're right. How could I be so pointy?
Thank you. Just like go ahead and put everything on the little like conveyor belt thing and I'll scan it.
I would be delighted to in the best way. So it's putting
Well, she scans the 3 color changing light bulbs and 3 non-color changing light bulbs, the chandelier, the 2 candles, the squishamallow.
Yes, we're making our home good.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
like is a little confused. She like doesn't really know what's happening. This is like a weird assortment of things. And then she gets to the breath mints, the Tic Tacs, the dog collar, the everything else. And she, types something on the computer, and she goes, "All right, your total is going to be $250. How would you
Hey.
like to pay?
250 of what?
Dollars?"
Is
Oh,
there like a way to put this on our household name that we can pay
The
back
tab?
later?
No, we don't do like layaway.
no, yes, I have the credit card number. I forgot my card at home. Yes,
Yeah,
Yes.
we can do that totally.
yes,
Perfect.
I think the person that had it was Gladison.
Yes, Lysander, your mind is like steel trap. I'm glad to do that. And so he gives her the number that he saw earlier.
God, this poor old lady.
Don't worry, she'll be out of her misery soon. It's fine.
So
She
cold
won't miss it.
killer.
We'll take her mittens. Fine.
So much she
Correct.
cares about anyway. Yeah, so she types in the number. She goes, "You wouldn't happen to know like the expiration date?"
I do actually know that
Yes.
one. I don't remember what you told me, but you told
I don't
me.
think I did. The CVV code. You give it to her.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah. Barbara, is one of you Barbara?
I am Barbara.
Oh, very, very like
Very good
modern
name.
of you. Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, yeah. She hands you this receipt. It like prints and it keeps printing and it keeps printing and it's a very long receipt because you bought a lot of things.
We're just like tapping our hands.
No, the sun comes up. Oh,
She rips the receipts off. She gives it to you. She's like, "Do you need me to help you like bring it to your car?"
No, that is
No,
fine. Thank
that's
you.
alright,
I
yeah.
didn't want to do it anyway. Okay. Have a
Degenerates.
good day. Like Home Goods. Get it?
this
Okay.
is clever. Look at this.
Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, and so you start walking out to where you left the old lady, and she is not there. The car is
Oh.
gone.
Oh,
Chapter
Pirate.
5.
Ah.
Raising the stakes.
Dun dun dun.
We currently, totally, wink wink, have a half hour left on the timer to make it dramatic. You have a half hour to figure out how you want to get home. Starting now.
Well, if I'm remembering correctly, it's a 25-minute walk home and we have 30 minutes. We have 5 minutes to spare.
But
it is.
we have lots of things to carry. I like hold up our bags.
And it's mostly Constance's stuff.
Why am I carrying all of your things?
You have the
Because you're
strength.
such a good gentleman. And she
I
like
am.
frisks away.
Maybe we can get that degenerate who asked us about drugs to take us home. It is almost closing time.
They live near, hopefully.
You watch as
think that's a problem.
the lady who checked you out comes and she like locks the double doors. What are you? Okay. She walks away.
Wait, lady, come back. I have questions for you about that drugs.
She walks back.
The same person, is it?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, I thought it was the same person.
No, it's the cashier lady.
Oh, my bad. Not
She
drugs. Sorry,
walks
that was
back.
the other degenerate I was thinking about.
What? Are you like
So,
okay?
like, we need a ride home. Our ride totally ditched us, and Uber is getting a very low rating from me. I heard that word on an ad one time. Can you like give the 3 of us a ride home? That would be really cool.
I don't like have a car. Like I biked here.
Oh hell.
Sorry, but like you can order an Uber from my phone if you need it.
But like,
Would you
how
be
long
so
will that take?
I don't know. I mean, it's late, so I don't know how often Ubers come in this direction. I don't know.
That is fair, degenerate. Thank you very much.
Degenerate. That's not even my name is Deborah. What the
Close enough.
Deborah, thank you.
fuck?
Deborah.
Constance, were you trying to say something to her?
No,
Okay.
not anymore.
She walks away.
I thought better of it.
Cool. She walks away. The lights start to shut off. You hear the same familiar hum of a vacuum as they vacuum up.
Damn it, I left the vacuum undone at home.
Did you leave the oven on too?
I don't think that would.
That's okay.
I
We
didn't bake
don't have any
anything.
power. It's not going to do anything.
So how are you guys getting home?
Is there
Is-
anyone in the parking lot?
Are there any
Yeah.
cars in the parking lot?
Yeah, there's like
We're
3 cars.
waiting.
There's like 3 cars in the parking lot.
Excellent. And is there anyone around those said cars?
No.
Excellent. I
Excellent.
would like to try to unlock one of those cars.
Absolutely, absolutely. Go ahead and pull Chip, unless you think this has, unless you want to use inhuman strength to try and pull open. Yeah,
Yes.
go for it. Draw 2.
I have red and the blue one that I had to put back from earlier.
Oh, so you like fail. Unless you want to replace the red, put the blue back, replace the red with another blue, and then use hubris to succeed.
Yes.
Cool.
I would like very much to do that.
Absolutely. So go ahead and put both of those back as well as another blue chip back in the bag.
Okay.
Have you drawn 1 success? Yeah, you drew 1. Yeah, okay. I was like, Aaron, you are not pulling well tonight. It's okay.
What else
Story
is
of my
new?
life.
Okay, so you managed to like get the window to roll down a little bit, and you like put your vampire hands and you yank that door, and the window just shatters under the weight of your hands.
Whoopsies!
Door opens.
Oh, rock on.
Now we're in. The next part is turning it on. It's not quite like the cranks that they used to have. I don't understand how these ones work.
Is this the key or is this the button?
It's a button.
Oh,
Damn it, I had 2 keys and I don't know what they go to, so I thought maybe this would be one of them.
It's a button, but on the, I don't know, I've never been in, this is a smart car. On the radio, you see a slot for a key.
Oh. I'm gonna try.
It fits perfectly, and the car roars to life as if you just press the button. It's
No,
a
I
magic
don't.
car.
you just had this car key.
I found it one time in the park. I go, like when I go on my walks and stuff, this lady dropped her key and I was like, hey, well, I'll just keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
so
like that plan.
who's
Well,
driving?
I suppose I will drive. And she like sits in the seat.
Do you know how to drive?
Did you
Do
even
you,
drive
Lysander?
in the 30s? Like, did you even do that like back in the day when the cranks were a thing?
I'll have you know, I was the lady of the area. I did not do any such driving or any lifting or any work really. Zero.
So you're answering my question by saying no, you never did the driving when you want to drive for us?
Do either of you know how to drive this smart car?
It's
Hmm.
good that I am undead. Unlock the car, I'll get in the back. Lysander, your turn for shotgun.
Okay. I white knuckled the thing up here.
You should handle.
The
Yeah.
OS part.
Incredible. Yeah, Constance, go ahead and draw me a chip.
Where are my driving gloves? The ratio's gotta be
Please,
good, right?
undead gods.
Incredible. So all this memory of driving lesson just floods back to you. You move the car from park to drive. You start steering. It's like every time you do something successful, you're like, oh, I told you. And you're like, you start driving the car. Yeah, you start driving.
She puts the moon roof her the sunroof open, and she's like, "The gas! No, not the gas. Roof window. All right, let's go."
Yeah, you certainly try to do that. And as you press the button, like the whole thing comes, it's like a convertible. So like the whole top comes down. And you're just driving.
Well,
The wind starts rushing through your hair.
I guess you should have worn your driving scarf and gloves if you wanted to put the roof down. I guess you should have. As the
Yeah, absolutely.
the roof starts-
Absolutely.
What was that?
You go to try to close it, the windshield wipers come on.
It's full of
It's like-
flowing water.
I mean, you're driving. Are you going in anywhere in particular?
She's going to try to recall the pattern that they drove here in backwards.
Absolutely. So we'll do like a little skill challenge. So go ahead for like the first leg of the journey. Go ahead and draw a chip. If somebody wants to try and help her,
I was
I'll
gonna
let
say
her
I could help
draw
you out with
two.
that.
Absolutely. So go ahead and draw 2.
Oh God.
Incredible. Are you keeping the success? Incredible. So what does that look like,
Back in?
Lysander and Constance? Yeah, back in.
I think it kind of looks like, so we get onto the highway, right? And we're like, oh no, it's this exit, and no, it's, and then we go up, we circle back, we come back on. It takes a little bit, but
We get there eventually. But we both, neither of us are willing to like admit that we don't know where we're going. We're like,
yeah,
oh, it must be that. You're right. It must be that one. Absolutely. Yes. Now that you've mentioned it, I think it was the next one.
I've buckled legs.
Buckle up legs, incredible. Yeah, okay, so you get on the highway, you second guess yourself for a moment, wondering if you're supposed to be going east or west, but no, this is right. And you drive. Go ahead and pull to see if you remember which exit. Is someone helping her?
I'm gonna help.
Okay, go ahead and roll pick with advantage.
Well, all my green chips are gone, so this won't matter.
No.
Go ahead and put all the green chips back in the bag.
Yeah. Good sir.
Now you can
All right.
go ahead and pick. Yes, once you pick all your green chips, you can go ahead and put them all back in the bag.
I got green.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, what does that look like?
We're taking the correct exit.
Correct.
Okay, like remember, I think it is this one, that because it is close to our home street. This is like the one, I think. I don't remember, because remember that one time we turned left. Ah!
Yeah, and you pull off to exit 42, and you're almost to your neighborhood. We're gonna do it one more time, Aaron, to see if you can make it home.
Do it.
With the card one piece.
helping us this time. for
Okay.
sure.
So take.
Pulling
You think
two?
you're helping?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So take 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
Good job. All right. So what does this look like as you are pulling into your home?
So obviously we don't go outside much, so I think it's a guessing game at this point for like the name of our street. Is it
Absolutely.
4th or is it 5th? I don't remember. But
Definitely an avenue.
it's definitely an avenue. Or is it a drive? We are driving, yes.
Yeah. And you make it back to your home. You drive past the old lady's house, and her car is back in the driveway.
That bastard, she left us.
And you
All
pull
the
in.
more reason to take her out tonight. We'll get a home cooked meal.
You pull into your driveway. What would you like to do? You've got 19 minutes left on the timer.
Ah, yes, plenty of time.
All right, well, I will go and return all of the light bulbs into their proper locations
I
and start decorating. If you'd
will
like to get
bring-
dinner.
I will bring the old woman to the house.
Excellent. Thank you, dinner, for her.
And
Thank
Little
you
bit of
for-
Albert. Mhm.
Of her.
Okay, cool. So who's going to the old lady's house?
I think
Okay.
I'm also gonna go with Lysander as well. Lysander, I would be delighted to escort our lovely
Of
guest.
course, come with.
Incredible. So we'll follow Lysander and Vlad first as they walk across the street. You knock on the door. The old woman. Oh, one moment. Mittens, please, we have company. And she walks over to the door and opens it. Oh, I was waiting for you, but then I thought it was a long time, and I thought you left.
Yes, this
So I
is
left.
fine.
I'm glad you made it home, okay?
So somehow we did. We have a new car now. Anyway, we would like to thank you for driving us by having you for dinner.
Oh, that sounds delightful. I can bring over the pot roast I was working on.
Oh no, don't worry about that. We will have food.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just go turn off the oven then.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
give me a moment.
The oven.
Yeah. Oven.
Closes the door. You hear some beeps. She turns back to Mittens. She goes, I trusted you last time, but I won't make the same mistake again. Smithy, you're in charge this time.
Smithy.
She comes to the door pulling on her jacket, and she goes, I'm so excited. I've never been in your home before.
Yes, well, there's first times for everything, and there's last time.
Oh.
Let's across the way.
She goes to take your arm, Lysander.
Yes, come with me.
Okay, here we
To
go.
ask her, by the way, old lady, if you had to rank the behavioral issues of your cat in order from greatest to leastest, how many would you say they all have, and what are their personalities like? I would like to know greatly.
Oh,
Also, while
well.
you're thinking about this, quick question: what is your blood type?
She goes, oh, well, I don't know. Mittens is quite independent. He's a good leader, but today I left him home alone and I found there was poop on the couch. I don't know if I can trust him. And she keeps going. She keeps going. While this is happening, Constance, what are you up to?
She's gone inside and unpacked everything on the counter. And she's a little bit fixated with the new chandelier that she's purchased, and she's only managed to put the light bulb in the kitchen only. That's it.
Okay, do you put in $1 million question, the regular one or the color changing one?
We're gonna go with the color changing one in the kitchen. It's always a party
Obviously.
there.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay. What color is it right now?
She's made it an obnoxious shade of like neon green.
Perfect.
Good.
So
Yeah.
neon green light in the kitchen.
It's a raven
and
there.
then you are off.
Like it
to-
compliments my hair.
It brings out your pale undertones. You're back to decorating the rest of the home. The old lady has stopped in the middle of the street to talk to you about her cats. And then, I don't know, this is why I left Smithy in charge, because
Yes.
I feel like he's done a
Yes.
better job than the rest of them.
Lady,
Also,
please.
why did you want to know my blood type?
Donor information. Please come this way. Do not stop in the road. We don't want you to die.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got so
Yes.
distracted talking about my cats. And she keeps walking. I think I'm A negative.
Well, that's fine. Come on.
Okay, what are you?
That's a good question. Come follow me.
Okay.
We were inside.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you know that what they say, A negative is still passing.
That was a good one, Vlad. She like pats your head with her free hand.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Of course. I'm glad to see you've taken so much interest in my cats as you're leading her up the front steps. I fear they miss Albert a lot. They're very lonely.
Well, maybe we'll get less lonely soon.
And as you lead her in, the rays of morning start peeking through the sun.
Run like hell.
She's like, oh, okay. I don't know why the old lady is up at this hour, but apparently she's nocturnal.
Dinner. Clearly.
She's a vampire too. What?
Yeah, she walks into the house. What would you like to do?
Oh, please, come sit down here.
Okay. She sits
And-
down in the sitting. She's like, oh, did you just vacuum? The floors look
We
very nice.
I also bought a very nice side table.
Oh, that's so. What's that getting here?
Soon. Anyway, Constance, are you there?
Yes.
We have-
So
we
sorry.
We have a guest of honor.
Of course. And she brings out like a small bottle of wine. It's very dusty. For the honored guest.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And this whole time, Lysander is in the background sharpening his press-on nails. That's right, I remembered them.
Yes.
I made some item lists and we rolled at the beginning to see what items they got. That's how Vladelson got his keys and how Lysander got his press-on nails.
Yes.
Yeah, you hand the bottle of wine to the old lady and she's like, oh, do you have a glass or am I supposed to drink from the bottle? Or
Can I like use fisticuffs to like judo chop her to sleep?
absolutely. Go ahead and pick 2 chips.
Like sleeper judo chop. Ah!
Yay!
I only
yeah,
have one left in my box. Should I put them all back in?
we're almost done. It's okay.
Okay.
She investigates the wine and is like, oh, this is a nice wine. It's old. And she just falls asleep on the couch, falls over onto Vladelson's lap.
Perfect. Now,
And you feast. She is delicious. She tastes a lot better than Albert, actually. You get the feeling that she took a lot better care of herself. Oh, the extra blood! Look at that! That's so good. And so
Oh wow, the production value.
after a long filled journey filled with old women and squishamallows and scented candles, you make it back home. You replace the light bulb like champions. You feast on your across the street neighbor and you settle in for a long day of rest. The end. Yay!
We did it.
Ah,
Wow, Alex, I'm
amazing.
so impressed with that ending, like theater value.
yeah,
Wow.
I've had this fake blood container up there the whole time.
So good.
Yes, so
He
good.
was ready. Well,
I
thank
gotta
you
get
so
my
much,
cats.
everybody, for joining us. Oh yes, little post-epilogue scene. Vladelson, you walk into the old lady's home and the cats are all there, and you see Mittens, who just runs right up to you.
Good, yes. Hello, Mittens. You're my friend now.
Incredible. And you take Mittens back home, and you keep him forever. And that is the end of our stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I hope that you guys had a good time watching. I hope that you guys had a good time playing. We are going to end with just a little last plug of everybody and where you can find us all on the internet. If you're coming in late or if you just want to watch all the shenanigans again, this will be up on YouTube soon. So don't fret about that. Once again, my name's Reed. I was your Dark Master for the evening. You can find me on TikTok at DND5E. Erin.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm Erin. You can find me everywhere on every platform at Precisely Erin. Also, I work with the lovely Sierra down here as well, working on a project called Niche Deep, if you haven't seen enough of us this evening. And I'm excited to see you guys every week.
Yeah. Alex.
Thank you. First of all, thank you guys so much for inviting me. This was a lot of fun.
Yay!
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at alex.key118. The podcast I do is called The Mimics and Morons. It's on Spotify and YouTube, or on Instagram at the.mamcast, MAMCAST.
Awesome. And then Sierra, take us home.
Hi. Yeah, thanks again. Like Alex was saying, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was so fun. You can find me on all social media, including TikTok, at a clerical error 748. And like I said before, I have a little company called Arcane Wares. That's D&D streetwear, bringing the adventure with you everywhere you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be back next week, same time, Friday, 8 p.m. with a new adventure. New guests, DM'd by Erin. It's going to be a really, really great time, and we'd love to see you there at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for now, enjoy the rest of your night. Hug your neighbors. Goodbye. Tell them you love them. And thank you so much for joining us for our first episode.
Bye, guys.